Hey, what's going on, everybody? Long time no see. Welcome back to the channel. And let me tell you guys something. If you are a fighting game enthusiast, casual player, pro player, whatever the case may be, this day is a good day for you. Later on today, there's going to be a roundtable discussion between prominent Japanese fighting game developers talking about specific current events going on with fighting games, talking about the future fighting games, and probably other things such as netcode. I'm imagining that they will bring it up in one way, shape, or form because it's been so heavily discussed within the past year that I find it very hard to believe that this roundtable will not at least bring up some faction of netcode talk. But either way, this roundtable discussion is a big deal just because this never has been done before. This has never been done by the Japanese fighting game developers, which is what makes this so impressive. Now, when it comes to more on the Western side of things, when it comes to the developers, they definitely are very open to ideas and they share it with each other, and they're very open to their resources and such as rollback and such as other fighting game concepts and such. I know that NetherRealm and other indie game developers around here are very, very, very open to other ideas and to other experiments and such to be able to make a very good fighting game. The Japanese side of things, or the Eastern side of the game development for fighting games, it's a little bit more, let me say, less open, for lack of a better word. They've been sticking to the same netcode for years. They really haven't tried to branch out. They haven't tried to really do anything to change the formula of the type of games that they're doing, essentially. And I'm not talking about gameplay per se, but I'm talking mostly about just the way that they function with their online, the way they function with their game modes, the way that they just develop their games, essentially. And I think the reason mainly for that is that the Japanese developers are so used to creating games for the arcades, but now that the arcades are diminishing more than anything else, and we're moving on to an era of home consoles and home gaming and not arcade gaming, I think this is about that time where they come together and they figure out what exactly is the right path to take when it comes to fighting games. And that's not to say that arcade games are completely obsolete. I mean, they can still port over things for the arcades, they can still make games, of course, but they have to realize that fighting games are so special when it comes to the console gaming scene because of esports and because of the tournaments that are going on right now, especially on this day and age because of the pandemic. Everything is moving online. Like, there's no offline tournaments, at least here in the States, or anywhere else around the world, even though like there's some states and some countries that are actually opening back up and they're doing tournaments. I don't think it'll ever be the same for like it was before. And because of that, they're relying heavily on online play and just doing things over the internet. Well, either way, that's just one topic that I wish they would discuss, and I hope that they discuss. But alongside that, I'm hoping that there are some other things that they actually get to bring up, such as new character reveals, new plans for what their upcoming games are, what their plans for their current games are as well, such as BB Tag, possibly Guilty Gear Strive. Of course, they will be revealing a character for Guilty Gear Strive. We know that for sure. They confirmed it. So I'm really hoping that there's a good character that I like that they will reveal, and or maybe even that samurai guy that they keep revealing in the trailers and they'll never ever reveal. So hopefully that guy's there later on today, or biking, you know what I'm saying? Other games as well, such as plans for Tekken, plans for Street Fighter 5, possibly Street Fighter 6. If there's any form of or any talk, anything that they can say about other fighting games that Capcom is thinking of creating, such as a new Marvel game, possibly new Darkstalkers, or anything of the sort like that. I hope that they get to touch on a lot of these things, and I know that not a lot of developers can really talk about these things, especially when it comes to their plans, because it would just ruin the surprise. However, it is very, 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 very important that they will talk about things that need to be talked about, because if they just sit there and they talk about things that we already know about, then the whole roundtable will be just a complete waste of time, and that will kind of just add fuel to the fire as of right now. And there really is no fire, and I'm mostly saying that because when it comes to fighting games, everything is a little bit dry right now. Everything is just in a stale, constant flat plane where we aren't really getting any announcements. The only thing that we're looking forward to as of right now is Guilty Gear Strive. But when it comes to Tekken, when it comes to BB Tag, when it comes to Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 5, they did announce some new plans being revealed very, very soon, like characters and possibly gameplay mechanics before completely being done with the game, balancing wise. Right now, we're just in the fighting game waiting room as of right now, and that's due to, of course, the pandemic going on and everything has kind of halted or been slowed down. I'm mostly, if you guys want to hear my hopes and my aspirations as to what they will be talking about or revealing when it comes to their plans and what they're going to be revealing, I hope that they talk about Grand Blue Character Pass 2. I really, really hope that they also talk about other features that may be coming to Grand Blue, such as rollback. But I know that's not going to happen. I want to hear some things about the new Tekken season. Hopefully some new characters will come by, and I'm hoping that some cool Street Fighter news will arise or some cool Capcom games will arise from that as well. So I'm hoping for all that stuff. If you want my wish list, the absolute thing that I would be over the moon about would definitely be some new BB Tag news or updates. BBCF, that's not happening, but that a man can dream. New Guilty Gear Strive news on when it comes to mechanics and possibly a release date or structure as to what they're going to be doing with the lobby system, or some update on rollback even. And then maybe a teaser for like Persona 5 Arena or something like that. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point, and I apologize if I ramble too much. It's just I get really excited and I start talking a lot and I get sidetracked and yada yada yada. But either way, I'm basically making this video to let you guys know that I'm going to be streaming or restreaming the roundtable over on my channel, so I can give my thoughts and my opinions on what's going on and my reactions as well. There's going to be a lot of other people restreaming it too, but I'm going to be doing it. If you want to see me, join me. You can ask any questions. If you're even remotely interested in fighting games, I know a lot of people came to see the Hitman or the Simplificient, but I am a fighting game player at heart. So if you guys have any questions or have any interest in fighting games at all, come on over. We'll have a good time. I'll answer any questions, anything at all, or even fill in some gaps in stories and all that good stuff. I'll be doing it in my live stream. So click on the description down below. If you guys want to see the original stream, I'll do that too. I'll put that in there so you don't have to hear my ugly face or my ugly voice. The stream will be at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. my time. So I'll be streaming an hour early. So if you're watching this at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I'm going to be live on Twitch. I'm going to be doing, a pre-stream, kind of like my thoughts and just the basic what I'm saying right now. I'll be doing it in live stream format. I hope to see you guys there. Hopefully we get to see some really cool things. This is the first time this has ever happened, so it's really exciting for all of us. Hopefully that they don't let us down. I'll see you guys there.